Hey guys, it's been a minute. How have you been? I've been busy with my studio, products, making content for you guys, trying to stay present on Instagram, all of the things, but I've missed you, and I'm sorry it took me a little while to create this video on how I style my wave bob. I like a lot of texture in my haircut, so I have lots of razored layers cut in just to help me create more texture in my wavy hair. So if you are interested in this kind of haircut or in just how to style that's neither geared toward volume nor definition, but really just like texture and movement, then this video is for you. I will be using New Wash products in this video. This is New Wash Original. Yes, it's a co-wash. What am I doing? The As I Am co-wash, just kind of, I liked it early on in my journey. I went for shampoo for a while. I still love shampoo. Innersense are my favorite shampoos and conditioners, but I'm playing with New Wash right now and I'm really, really liking it. My hair, I think just swimming this summer has just needed a little bit more moisture, and I love the idea that this is my shampoo and my conditioner all in one. The pH is spot on for keeping it close to your hair and skin. I want to say the pH of this is 5, and your hair and skin are a pH of 4.5 to 5.5. So this is kind of right in that sweet spot. With all that said, I love this product. I'm going to be using a couple of their other ones. This is Undressed. This is Hair Balm. I know I'm not using a gel. It's a thing. It's crazy. So I'll be using those 3 products from Hairstory today. I do have links below if you're interested or curious about them. And then I will be using Cult+King Tonik as my leave-in product. This is also a scalp treatment, so it's one of my all-time favorites. So without further ado, let's just dive into the washing and styling of this mop. It's shower scene day. Okay, I start by getting my hair really, really wet. New Wash Original is what I'm using. That's what's in this aluminum bottle. It's a really wonderful product. I'm gonna start with about this much and start to work that in. Okay, so we're gonna work this through. You know, we're used to depending on shampoo to do the job of cleaning our hair, but you guys are kind of a different, more educated audience, I think, when it comes to co-washing, which is short for conditioner washing. That means using your fingertips, not your fingernails, to really massage your head and get that clean. I'm gonna use just the tiniest bit more, just 1 pump from that aluminum bottle to do the back of my head right back here. I want to make sure that my fingertips are doing the work, feeling my scalp. Does it feel healthy? Then I bust out my shampoo brush. I was not a big fan of these before. I thought of it like a silk pillowcase. Now the silk pillowcase is life-changing. The shampoo brush is delightful and it feels so good. I'm like, how can I talk at the same time that I'm doing this? It just is wonderfully stimulating for the scalp. And as we all know, stimulating the scalp brings more blood flow to that skin. It can help with just general healing, dandruff, hair growth. More blood flow equals healthier scalp, and that's something we all want. Quickly about New Wash. One of the wonderful things about it, as you guys know, a co-wash, you don't generally have to condition after. It depends on how cleansing it is. This takes the place of both my shampoo and my conditioner, which means I'm using fewer products. Therefore, I'm using less plastic because I'm using fewer bottles. I get 1 refill pouch that I fill up my aluminum bottle with, and I'm good to go. I have found that even though I'm like washing my hair like maybe every 3rd day, my hair fallout is hardly anything. Or like this is all we've got. Let's rinse this out and then we'll talk. Time to rinse. I like to leave in the New Wash while I do all my shower things. Then I like to flip upside down to rinse this underneath part. You know, I can't stop the squish. Squish to condish. Okay, now that I've waterboarded myself, I'm gonna take my hair repair towel, which has this wonderful loop on the back, and that's gonna go at the base of my head. And then I don't plop so much as I do twist it. Remember, my hair is a lot shorter than probably a lot of you guys. So sexy when I've got water dripping down my face. I'm a hot mess today. A hot mess, a wet mess. One thing I want to say about this aluminum bottle and the refill pouches that I use saves me 91% of my plastic usage. That is mind-blowing to me. It is just incredible. And I have been looking for a low plastic solution for washing my hair for a long time. And the pouches combined with this aluminum bottle has just really done it for me. And I also happen to really like the product that's inside the bottle. All right, so let's head to my sink area and I'll show you guys how I style with Cult+King tonic and then a couple of Hairstory products. And I'm not gonna be using a gel. Oh my gosh, mind blown. Let's head that way. All right, time to take this little plop situation down. And this is what we have to work with. So the first thing I do is just for this particular haircut, because it's longer in the back, it's not really a pixie anymore, it's kind of a bob. I just get my fingers in there and shake it where I want it to go. I'm not really heavily arranging it yet. I'm just kind of trying to remind everybody where I want them to live. Okay, I am gonna use Cult+King tonic. This is my leave-in. This product, if I remember, I think it's a pH of 4, it might be a pH of 5. I did test it, you know what? Let's just nerd out. Let's test it. Because I keep pH strips in my bathroom like any normal person does. Here are my pH strips. A little spray. Let's see what we come up with. We're a pH of 5. It's like the perfect pH for your skin. It neutralizes everything. It's just, my favorite product ever. And yes, I have a specific link you can use. No, they don't do discounts because they're that good. Glass bottles, all that stuff. But a separate video on Cult+King is coming. And then I spray maybe 5 sprays in my hand and just run that over my hair. And that's like my mini leave-in. It contains willow bark extract, salicylic acid. It contains menthol crystals, so you get this like just delightful tingle. Oh my gosh. When you start blow drying your hair, it's like magic. Okay, next is from Hairstory. This is Undressed. I give that a good shake. It's kind of like a salt spray without the salt. It's a texture spray, and I love and adore it. And it doesn't get my floor sticky, which makes me really happy. And this I sort of just rub in, I scrunch it in. Now I'm really starting to kind of arrange things where I want them to go. And then last I use Hairstory's hair balm. I use kind of the tiniest amount. I guess I could use a tinier amount, but maybe a chickpea sized amount. For those of you who have been with me for a long time, you know I talk a lot about chickpeas when it comes to hair products. All right, and I just start working that through. Again, this is a short haircut, so it requires a little bit less. You know, if you guys like to Denman brush your hair and do all that kind of stuff, I know for most of you, you're either team volume or team definition. I believe there is a third team now, and that is team texture. And that's where I live with this particular haircut. I neither want a lot of volume nor a lot of definition. I want movement and texture. So now I'm going to diffuse my hair and I'll show you how I do that to add texture. Here's a little plug for my Amazon shop for what it's worth. I thought this was gonna be just a cheapy, stupid diffuser that I wouldn't like. It is a cheapy diffuser, but it's not stupid. I love it because look at this. That is so universal. So now when I travel, I don't even bring my hairdryer with me. I just bring this diffuser that fits on any hairdryer, anywhere, pretty much, and it's awesome. So it comes in several colors. If you're looking for a budget-friendly diffuser, I highly recommend this one. Its brand is Hairizone. I always start with the back because that's where I want to add the most texture. I start there on 99% of my clients because no one wants to have that flat back of the head look. We always want a little bit more texture, a little bit more volume back there. So that's where I'm going to start. Here goes. Use your teeth and lift. I have my blow dryer on low speed, low heat. Because nobody has time to do no heat all day long. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, if you want serious definition, that's the way to go, but I can't live my life like that. All right, is that creating some nice texture back there? You know, my hair looks mostly straight until I start diffusing it. And if I did diffuse it completely straight, which would be really easy because wavy hair is a wonderful in-between. It's easy for us to go straight. It's easier for us to go more textured. But if I tried to just blow it out straight, then it would be frizzy because that hair really wants to texture a little bit. It really wants more moisture and it would be reaching for the sky with the dew points and the humidity that we have here in North Texas. And then I would hate it. And that is why I choose to enhance and encourage that texture and wear it wavy. Okay, I feel like the back is looking good. At this point, I'm gonna tip forward just to create some texture and lift right here on the top middle. There we go. I don't think most of us realize how much we can really manipulate the shape of our hair when it's wet. Remember, when your hair gets wet, all your hydrogen bonds break. So your hair is basically half broken and you can put it together back in the shape you kind of want. That's why Velcro rollers work. It's why perms work too, quite honestly. You're just breaking more bonds using chemicals and then really tight rollers. Deep Thoughts by Alison Lupo. You notice I haven't really done much with the front. Now I'm going to go in there and I'm going to pinch and lift right in here. There's not a whole lot I have to do in here. It mostly dries the way I want it to dry and I let it do its thing. Although I still do clip because I love my double prong clips. So I really hate my hair laying directly on my forehead. So I take a couple of these double prong clips, the little teeny ones you can get from Sally's for like just a few bucks, and you will leave them everywhere in your purse, in your cup holder, in your pockets. You're not the only one. It's the way we curly girls bond, or wavy girls. We talk about where we leave our double prong clips. And a lot of times I will do another clip right back here in the back just to get a little bit of extra lift. I think I'm gonna do it across today. That's looking a little bit flat right there. So I'm gonna go under here and do another one just kind of across. So now I don't want this to be too flippy, so I'm gonna use my dryer to sort of cup this up to create that bob look that I like. Now, if you want more texture still, you can always go in with more undressed. All right, so that's it. I am going to let this settle, let it set for a bit, let all those bonds find each other and continue to set so that it stays in this textured shape that I've encouraged. And I'm gonna put on my makeup and I'll see you guys back in my room in just a moment. All right, guys, here's my finished look. I've put on a little bit of face. I've actually lived my life in this hair today. It's been many, many hours, a good 8 hours since I filmed the beginning of this video and right now. So this hair has been lived in, it's been played with, it's been scrunched out, it's been driven in a car with the windows down, and I really feel like you're probably saying, oh my gosh, but she didn't use a gel. And I didn't use a gel because for this particular hairstyle, I don't need it. I do still love gels very, very much, but I don't need as much crunch as I used to. So the gels that I've been using these days are very soft hold gels for sure. And in this case, I'm relying on texture from Undressed and a little bit of moisture and the tiniest bit of hold from Hair Balm. Now these are both from Hairstory. They do have a product also called Lift that I haven't played with yet, but that one looks to me, it's supposed to create a lot of like root volume and texture at the root, but to me, looking at the ingredients, it really looks like it's going to be one that lends a little bit more hold, so you could almost use that one as a spray gel, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll be playing with that soon too. You know I can't not talk ingredients, so I have to talk ingredients just a little bit. Now Hairstory makes it a little bit difficult because they don't put them on the bottle, but they are on the boxes. Now I don't have my boxes because I've already recycled them. So I am looking at the Hairstory website. What I think is really cool about their website, first of all, they list all of their ingredients. They also list, this is really, really neat. So for example, this is for hair balm. So if you scroll through their ingredient, this little box pops up for everything. Every single ingredient that's listed, they have a description of the ingredient, what it does, how it works, and its environmental working group score. So if that EWG score is important to you, I haven't seen any of their ingredients that score above a 3 by the EWG. So this is a really nice way to get to know ingredients if you're into that kind of thing, or just to kind of understand more about how their ingredients are clean in their products. So when I talk about the fact that I'm not using any gel to go along with this, the little bit of hold that I'm getting from this particular product is coming purely from the proteins in the product. So as I'm looking at the ingredients in this, this contains hydrolyzed vegetable protein, and hydrolyzed wheat protein and starch, and hydrolyzed soy protein. In my video where I talk about ingredients, I'll put a little link up here for you guys for that. Wheat protein and soy protein are pretty big proteins. So for someone with super coarse hair, I don't know if this is gonna be a good product for you, but it is so moisturizing at the same time that you might be surprised. So this is one I would say all hair types should at least try, but that is where I'm getting a little bit of hold, is just from the proteins in this ingredient, which are helping to give my finer hair type a little bit more structure and strength. Same goes for undressed. So undressed is giving me a little bit of hold with hydrolyzed quinoa, which my hair just loves. Galacto-arabinan, I'm probably not saying that right, but that is one of the key ingredients. If I remember correctly, in Innersense, I create volume, which is their volumizing lotion, but I often use as a gel, and on most of my clients use as a gel, and I absolutely love it because it just gives a little bit of like soft curl memory without being crunchy. It's a great ingredient. This also contains hydrolyzed wheat protein, hydrolyzed silk, and aloe leaf juice based. It contains xylitol. That's a fake sugar, but that's what's gonna give you a little bit of texture. They're not using salt, so it's not a salt spray, it's actually a sugar spray, which is really kind of cool. Let's see what else is in here. VPVA copolymer. I see that ingredient a lot in lighter hold gels. So these two together, this explains why I don't need a gel. The VPVA copolymer, the galacto-arabinan, and the wheat proteins in both of these are giving my hair the curl memory that it needs without the muscle of a gel. In New Wash Original, that's the one that I'm using here, peppermint oil, sunflower seed oil, evening primrose oil, jojoba seed oil, and aloe leaf juice. Now those are their cleansing ingredients. The wonderful thing about jojoba, of course, is that it is a wax, just like our actual sebum, and our skin oils are actually a wax. And so it is the oil that most closely resembles what we naturally produce. So by putting that back onto ourselves, it's actually like an oil cleanse. If you ever do an oil cleanse on your face, it's the same kind of concept. Over time, it encourages your oil glands to stop overproducing. So it's really a wonderful thing. Their conditioning ingredients include bihentramonium methosulfate, which is one of my very favorites of all time. It also contains keratin and hydrolyzed keratin, rose flower water. I do find that most of their fragrances have kind of like a rose note to them, which is so just like, it feels vintage, right? But it's all natural fragrances, so nothing is artificial fragrance, which is so nice. So anyway, so this has got some proteins in it as well as a lot of softening and cleansing ingredients. So it's just a really, really balanced co-wash, which I really, really like. So if you want to know exactly what is in the fragrance, it consists of clove leaf oil, rosewood oil, balsam Peru oil, another wood oil, lavender flower extract in this as well. So all those things combined, it's a really like vintage kind of woodsy, lavendery, rosy kind of fragrance. And no, they don't have fragrance-free varieties, at least not yet that I know of, but I love this fragrance. It's wonderful to use it, and it doesn't linger, so you don't have to worry about it being in your hair all day long. You know, my last thoughts on this are I'm trying to go cleaner and cleaner in my products because I want to make sure that you guys, you know, if I can recommend clean products to you, then you're taking better care of yourselves. I want to take better care of myself, and knowing that I am a professional stylist now, I have my hands in people's hair all the time. Sometimes I have 6, sometimes I have 8 clients in a day. That's a lot of chemical load for one person to carry when you've got your hands on that many products. So that's just something that I want to be careful of, and that's what I'm becoming more and more mindful of, is not just what are we putting on ourselves, but then when we're done with it, where does it go? I hope this was easy and helpful for you guys. I hope it was fun to hang out and kind of just see how I've been doing my hair these days. I really try to keep it simple. I'm so busy in my studio. I'm still trying to film content for you guys, and I'm also trying to film consumer-facing education so that I can bring you guys even more robust education in conjunction with Atoya Bass. If you're not familiar with her, she's amazing. She and I are working together to build educational courses that really help you get back to your why in terms of why you're wearing the hair the Lord gave you, the way you're wearing it, and how to really embrace it. So anyway, so that's just kind of what we're working on, and it's really fun. This particular haircut has been my favorite I've had in a really long time. It's neither super, super short nor long. It doesn't take the maintenance of a pixie cut. Yeah, I just really like it. So if you haven't seen my video on how to refresh it, I'll put a link up right here. I just did that one recently. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them below. If you're curious about these products, I have a link below as well for several things, for hair repair, for Cult+King, for Hairstory, my Amazon shop, like all the places. So if you're curious about those things, links are below. Please leave your questions below. Any requests that you have, please put them in the comments below. I'll see you guys later. Have a great curl day.